Filipino Student Association that resides in CU Denver that really shares a space to learn more about the Filipino culture and for anybody that is really interested about the Filipino culture itself. I have been president for about a year actually. I just started last year after the previous president, Marian Evans, graduated from CU Denver to take down her position as president. So a little bit more about me as well. I am a third year at CU Denver, and I am art history. I'm an art history major. I'm getting my bachelor's of fine arts in art history. So yeah, so this is our SHIBOL logo right here that was designed by one of our former officers, Patricia. But sadly, she could not be here for the next semester, but we still have her logo, which is still very amazing. And this is our current. This was our photo last year, as you can see on the left um, of all of our officers. That's when I first started, actually, which is like pretty crazy to think that this was last year. And then in the next photo, you can see that through Zoom, we actually had to take our group photo. And so with this kind of like contrast, we had to like learn how to do everything on Zoom compared to like last year where we had to do everything online, which was a really like big stark of changes, and to really have to make sure, you know, how can we engage our audience, and you know what other topics can we talk about, especially for social activism, involving the Filipino community, which is something that is very important to me, especially at CU Denver, is to really involve the local Filipino community here in Denver, um, such as last year for the Kamayan, we were bringing NAFA region, a speaker from NAFA Region 5 and a dancers from PASCO, which is the Filipino American society that is based here in Denver too. And then here are like a here is sorry, I'm like losing my words for a moment. Here is an idea of what kind of events that we do as a group by ourselves before we collaborate with other people. We first do kind of like officer introductions, trying to get to know, not only get to know us, but get to know the people as well, as a group, because we are a smaller group compared to VSA or ASA, which are very big groups that meet monthly. We are a smaller group that meet once a month. That the attendance is around 15 to 20 people, which is like the maximum that we would usually meet. Sometimes it's even less, depending on the schedule, because you know people have busy lives, which we do understand as a group as well. And so we do celebrate Filipino holidays depending on the months of the semester. So for the fall semester, we tend to focus more on Filipino American History Month, which is really important for us to really celebrate. That was kind of like the first thing that I wanted to include, because we never really had that in the previous years of SHIBOL. We had more of like a Halloween kind of thing, but this year we're really combining Filipino American history with kind of like Halloween games and activities as well, just to like include everything as well. And then our biggest event that we would hold is the annual Kamayan, and that is a cultural. Oh, sorry, that's my phone. So sorry about that. So basically, our annual Kamayan is our biggest event that we would hold every year. That is a big cultural feast that we would hold, that we would put on a table traditional Filipino food that is kind of held by banana leaves as well, which is really cool. And every year we would have a Filipino restaurant be catered by us. But sadly, last year with the coronavirus, we were this close. We were very close to holding the event, but it got canceled due to coronavirus. So yeah, and also other events that we would hold depending on kind of like the culture, kind of like the collaborations between within other organizations as well. I know for last year we had a collab with all of the Asian American Student Services, which is called collab, to really get to know more of the Asian American organizations, which was really cool. We got to meet other organizations in CU Denver, which was pretty cool. I don't know if we are holding one this year, but we at SHIBOL do tend to plan for our November event to collaborate with the Asian American student organizations again. And then these two, I think, are really important because, as I mentioned earlier, PASCO and NAFA Region 5, the one of the main goals that I had for president was to really collaborate with outside Filipino organizations that I had never been aware about, and that we could have a more closer relationship with, rather than just having them come over for an event and doing a special performance. So PASCO, the Filipino American Society of Colorado, I have met one of its members through the beginning of my time as president. I remembered I think it was a day where it was for freshmen, and I know her daughter was an incoming freshman, and so we were able to collaborate and talk with each other about the many things that we wanted to do as a Filipino community. And every year, actually, NAFA Region and PASCO would collaborate to create the Filipino Gala that is held October/November. We last year, as a Filipino SHIBOL, we were able to lucky enough to attend this gala last year, which was super amazing because not only we got to meet many of the people that we got to meet, we also got a sense of the Filipino culture that is very strong here in the Colorado community as well. And I know for sure I met some of the Center of Identity Inclusion staff that also attended the meeting, the gala last year as well, if they remember. And yeah, this is all of my presentation.
Thank you so much, Joe. I do have I have a question, and
Yeah.
I'll open it up to others that want to ask questions. But how did celebrating with COVID and being virtual happen this year?
How did the celebrating happen this year?
Yeah, with COVID and you all being virtual and everything.
Yeah. So I know for sure with we had our first meeting through Zoom through Zoom last month, and I would say it was really interesting because we had to figure out a way to kind of interact with the people who are attending the meeting and stuff like that. But it was actually really fun just because like we found different ways of using interactive not technology, but like but we use like games such as like Jeopardy and stuff like that to like really make sure that the audience is really engaged. And I know for sure Pasco is doing the same thing as well for an outside event that Pasco has asked us to collaborate with as well. It's called Demit. Demit is clothing in Tagalog, and is doing Pasco is doing a play where it's doing like kind of like a webinar series where it really interacts with the audience as well. And so we've been finding ways to really make sure that the audience is really engaged through like COVID, through Zoom, since that we can't really do a lot since COVID-19.
Awesome. How long has Sybil been on the CU campus?
Oh yeah, so it has been. I forgot to mention that it has been here for 5 or 6 years. It's been through three presidents, including me. Because I know Javier has been the president for about like 2 years, ever since the beginning of SHIBOL. And then Marion took over his place as well. And then after she had graduated, I was able to take her place.
Awesome. Are you having a virtual gala this year, or?
Um, from from what I've heard from NAFA region and Pasco, we are not too sure about that yet. That one yet.
Understandable. It's
Mhm.
trying in these times with
Yeah,
everything being virtual.
yeah.
Does anyone have any questions for Joe?
No, I think it was great to hear your presentation. It's good to know that a group like this exists on campus. I'm part of, well, the president of a smaller student organization as well. So I understand how difficult it is to get people engaged with being virtual and everything.
Yeah,
So good on you for doing what you're doing. I'd love to talk to you more, a later date. Maybe we could
yeah,
work something out to collaborate.
yeah, that would be amazing.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. I'll send you an invite.
Does anyone else have any questions? Joe, this was amazing, and I so appreciate that you came and presented for us. I think it's critical for us to know um, different identities and different organizations on the campus, virtual campus. um, I definitely would like to collaborate with you also, so I will be reaching out. And I appreciate you taking time for us today.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for giving me this space to being able to share about what our organization is about. And our officers are very open to collaborate with especially with the Center of Identity and Inclusion as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
See you later.
See you later. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye,
you.
have a good one.
Yay.
Thank you.